All right, welcome to your Wiley Manager Crash Course, where we try and give you a bit of a sneak peek into the conversation that we have on the full-length version of the podcast. And on this week's podcast, Bob, you're sharing with us the 10 things that they don't teach you in business school that you believe are important.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the hit list now for my former business school dean, but that's okay. We're going to talk about the 10 things they won't teach you in business school.
All right, so let's maybe in this version, the shortened version, just run through the 10 quickly, understanding that we spend a lot more time discussing the ins and outs of each one in the full-length version, which if you're interested, you can go pull off of iTunes.
Yep.
Alternatively, directly off our website, www.wileymanager.com. I think you can get it, the full-length version on YouTube as well. So there's a few different sources for you to go get those. But
you betcha.
On today's version, Bob, the 10 things. Let's give them to me.
Here they are, just like David Letterman does them. Number one. Well, I could start with number one. Okay. Number one. It's all about relationships, babe. It's about relationships. So that's one thing they don't like to teach you in business school. They like to tell you it's more technical than that. Number two, very few business school teachers have ever actually been in business. So that doesn't mean that you don't listen to them. It just means that you take what they say with a grain of salt. Number three, cash matters. Okay, like it's cash matters. It doesn't matter how much money you can make. If you had this much, you have to have cash to make money.
Okay.
Number four, listening is the most underrated skill in business. You hear me, Jed?
Barely.
Yeah, okay. Number five, very few MBAs become CEOs. So if you're doing it for the credentials, you might find yourself disappointed. If you think an MBA is a ticket to the C-suite, it usually doesn't work that way. Less than 10% of Fortune 500 guys are MBAs.
There's hope for me.
Yeah, there is hope for you yet. Yeah, number six, all you need to do to be a hero is do what you say you're going to do. That's easy, huh? So,
under promise and over deliver,
you
Bob.
betcha. Number seven, leadership is not a democracy. Okay, so it's not that you shouldn't listen to your people and consider what they have to say, but sometimes you got to go alone. Number eight, and you'll love this one. Number eight, HR is not a department. So HR is, in fact, the responsibility of every manager that has direct reports out there. So you should use your HR department as a resource to get stuff done, but you're responsible for developing and managing the performance of your people. Number nine, education and intelligence are not necessarily correlated. So it doesn't, just because somebody's got a PhD in something, they could be stupid. Right. Likewise, there could be somebody who hasn't graduated from high school yet that is a genius. So don't confuse education with intelligence. And number 10, finally, and the business school guys will hate this one, the alumni network is actually far more valuable than who's on faculty and the reputation of the school. So if you're
not what you know, it's who you know.
Well, it's somewhat is, and what those people that you know will do for you, right? So great business schools, their grads hire other grads, and so the alumni network is actually more important than the instruction that you get.
All right, this was a fun podcast to do, so I encourage you to go have a listen to the full length version, and again, grab that off of iTunes is probably the easiest way. So look forward to that.
All right, Jed, we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Bob.